Once upon a time, in a lively African village, lived a young woman named Amanda. Though kind and gentle, Amanda was often overlooked by the village men, for she had a face that was as plain as the dry earth after a drought. Yet, her deepest wish was to marry a man of wealth and power, someone who could lift her from a humble life and drape her in jewels, silks, and admiration. Day by day, Amanda watched as the wealthiest men in the village pursued only the most beautiful women. Every night, she lay awake, haunted by the thought that she would never be chosen, that her dreams of a grand life were slipping away. The pain gnawed at her heart until she could not bear it no longer. One evening, as the village lay silent under the cover of stars, Amanda slipped into the forest. She followed an old path, whispered about only in hushed voices, the path to the witch of the dark forest, a woman known for powerful spells and ancient curses. It was said that the witch could grant the deepest wishes of one's heart, but only for a heavy price. Amanda walked until she reached a glade where moonlight touched only the edges of the trees, leaving the center shrouded in shadows. She shivered as she called out, her voice wavering. "Witch of the dark forest, please come, I beg you." The air grew still, and from the shadows, an old woman with skin wrinkled as the tree bark and eyes that sparkled like the stars. She was cloaked in a robe as dark as midnight, and her gaze seemed to pierce through Amanda's very soul. "You have summoned me," the witch spoke in a voice both soft and sharp, like a whisper that could cut. "What do you seek, child?" Swallowing her fear, Amanda replied, I seek beauty, the kind of beauty that would make even the wealthiest man in the land fall to his knees before me." The witch raised a thin, gnarled eyebrow. "Beauty? Is that all you desire?" Yes," Amanda whispered, her voice choked with longing. I want to be beautiful enough to capture a rich man's heart, to live a life of luxury." The witch circled Amanda, studying her with an appraising eye. "I can grant you such beauty. Yes, but beauty like that does not come without a cost. Are you willing to pay?" Desperation coursed through Amanda's veins, and she nodded. I'll give you anything." The witch leaned closer, her cold breath brushing Amanda's cheek. "Then give me your soul. It is the most precious thing you possess, and it is worthy of the beauty you seek." Amanda's heart pounded, but her desire was stronger than her fear. She took a deep breath, her eyes fixed on the witch's gaze. I agree. I give you my soul." With a cruel smile, the witch raised her hands, chanting words in a language older than the trees, older than the stars. A strange warmth filled Amanda's body, and her skin began to tingle as if kissed by fire and ice. When the witch finished, Amanda was left standing alone in the glade, transformed. She gazed at her hands, now slender and graceful, her skin smooth as river stones. She touched her face, feeling high cheekbones, full lips, and lashes as long as the tendrils of the forest vines. She was beautiful, more beautiful than she'd ever dared to dream. When Amanda returned to the village, she was met with astonished gasps. Women stared in envy, and men turned their heads, mesmerized by her beauty. She no longer wore her simple worn-out clothes. Soon, the wealthiest man in the village, a babu, draped her in rich silks and adorned her neck with gold. It wasn't long before Ababu asked for her hand in marriage, proclaiming that his fortune was hers. Days turned into weeks, and Amanda lived like a queen, her life a whirlwind of feasts, dances, and whispered adoration. She had everything she'd ever wanted: wealth, power, and beauty beyond compare. But one night, as she lay in a luxurious bed, a strange coldness crept over her body. It began in her fingers, a numbing chill that spread to her arms, then her legs. She tried to cry out, but her voice was swallowed by the darkness that seemed to pull in the room. When morning came, she went to the mirror, only to discover small fine cracks running along her skin like the cracks in a dry riverbed. Panicked, she tried to cover them, but the cracks grew larger, each day spreading across her face, down her neck, over her arms and legs. Ababu, seeing her disfigurement, grew cold and distant. Soon, he stopped visiting her, stopped caring for her, leaving her alone in her once grand chambers. The other villagers too began to avoid her, whispering of curses and punishments from the spirit world. Beauty, it seemed, was only skin deep, and now that her appearance was fading, so was everyone's affection. Desperate, Amanda returned to the forest, her once lovely face marred by deep fissures, her once admired beauty reduced to a broken mask. She called out to the witch, her voice trembling with despair. "Witch of the dark forest, please return what you took. Take away this cursed beauty and give me back my soul." But the forest remained silent. She waited through the night, pleading, weeping, but no answer came. At dawn, she felt a pull, something deep inside her, tugging her forward. She walked through the trees, deeper and deeper, until she vanished into the thick woods, never to be seen again. The villagers say that if you venture deep into the forest at night, you can hear her cries, a warning to all who might be tempted by beauty's lure. Her story became a tale told around fires, passed down to remind others that vanity and greed could cost you your very soul. Beauty, they said, was a gift, but if pursued with a reckless heart, it could be a curse, a trap that will bind you forever in darkness from which there was no escape. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share with others. Until next time, peace.